Good afternoon. 'Twas a dark and stormy morning, but it's afternoon, the sun is shining, and it's Wednesday, so it's time for a sunny afternoon with the illiterate Greek. So let's take a look at Matthew 16. Jesus had been talking to the disciples, and he asked them, "Who do you say?" And they're saying, "Well, we think you're this, we think you're that." And then he finally said, "Well, who do you say I am?" And Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." And Jesus answered and said unto him, "Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed it to you, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say unto you that you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." So the Amplified Bible has an interesting interpretation to this verse. It says to the latter part of the verse, "And the gates of Hades, or death, will not overpower it by preventing the resurrection of the Christ." Isn't that interesting? Also goes on to say, "I will build my church, and the gates of Hades, the powers of the infernal region, shall not overpower it, or be strong to its detriment, or hold out against it." So let's look at that word prevail. In the Greek is the word katastuo, and according to the G2729, it means to be strong to one's detriment. Remember that word back there? To be strong to one's detriment, meaning being harmful or damaging. To prevail against, overcome, overpower, to have or exercise force, to wield power to overcome. So we're going to come back to that definition in a little bit here, but the enemy rarely comes at us with a full frontal obvious attack. Rather, as 1 Peter 5 says, he's like a roaring lion, sneaking about, looking for opportunities to cause offense and deception. In James 1 it says, "Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted from God. For God is not capable of being tempted by what is evil, and he himself tempts no one. But every person is tempted when he is drawn away and enticed and baited by his own evil desire, his own lusts and passions. Then the evil desire, when it has conceived, gives birth to sin, and sin, when fully matured, brings forth death." Again, it's a process. It's just not a one second you're here and the next second you're in full offense, but it just takes time for it to process. Look at Matthew 4, when Jesus was taken out into the wilderness by Satan and tempted. Look at how many different times Satan tempted him. But Jesus always answered with his word. He never argued with Satan about, "Oh, well, yeah, that may be true, but no. Jesus simply said, "This is what the word says." And that's where we should stand, brothers and sisters. So stand fast in the word and prevail. And remember what that word prevail means. To be strong to one's enemy's detriment, being harmful or damaging to your enemy, to prevail against, overcome, overpower, have or exercise authority, to wield power to overcome. So again, brothers and sisters, stand fast in the word and overcome. Thanks again for coming this afternoon. It's still sunny out there, so go out and enjoy some sun. Lord bless you all.